I think we just roll with this. It sounds good. I hope it sounds good. Good evening, ladies and germs. Let's do it again. Good evening, ladies and germs. Welcome to Strings and Pages, brought to you by kpsbooks.net, your home for everything dystopian fantasy, crime thriller, and supernatural horror supernatural. We are reading The Rings of Hydra, Great Escape. This will be good old chapter 19. Yes, chapter 19, chapter 19. Not sure what key to play in tonight. That sounds good. Love that rolling E, man. It's so good. Chapter 19. The first band I was ever in was called Trippin' on Wires. True story. The work went on at the Breezy Curve site. The builders walked around doing what needed to be done, made little conversation, and showed little emotion. Thomas came around every now and again to inspect the progress. He would ask questions to which short answers were given. At any attempt on his part at further conversation was met with blank stares and Thomas giving up and exiting the area. No one wanted to talk to the man. He had lied and never brought up the truth. And it was clear everyone saw right through him. David, he made notes of everything he could, wrote them down in short form that only he was likely to understand, just in case he dropped them or someone else somehow found them. That's a tongue twister, sorry. This information was crucial. The site's front gate was a main consideration. When the brothers first arrived on this site, there wasn't much to it. But as the area progressed, so did the system that protected the place. It wouldn't be like breaking into the Inner Ring GAD compound, but they wouldn't be able to simply arrive and enter either, as the gate was too tall to hop. It also had sharp edges and razor wire wrapped around the top. They would never make the coast if one of them were bleeding out, let alone the fact they'd be leaving their DNA at the scene. This plan had to be done in a fashion that made it appear that the workforce decided to leave the job, not the ring altogether. Leaving behind no evidence or damage was the best way to accomplish this task. David also thought of another touch. A goodbye letter signed by everyone involved, taped to the outside of the site. It would say that the list of workers had come to understand they'd been taken advantage of and were refusing to come back to work. Don't look for us. Don't try to contact us. You had your chance to make this right, and you didn't. Seeing as this part was true, made it feel like leaving such a letter was justifiable. It might even save precious time by stalling the action of anyone looking for them when half the crew didn't show up the day it was found. This was the thought anyway. Cameras were probably the biggest obstacle beyond the gate. Enough recon work had been done to determine the system in question was one that fed footage off-site to a destination unknown. At least, this was the most likely case, as the entire site had been combed over many times, and no camera room was known to exist. This made things a little trickier. If the feed was a closed circuit, the workers could manipulate or simply take the footage. Instead, they would have to get clever. The agreed-upon idea? Take the little rubber caps that the cameras were shipped in and put them back over the lenses. These cameras were only about a week old. They had been installed around the same time the Hagans had made their plans known. It was Dean Miller who snatched the caps from the shipping cartons they came in. It was so simple that it was brilliant. No vandalism needed. Whoever came in the morning would eventually find the cameras with the corresponding caps over the lenses. They might even wonder if they were ever removed in the first place. Of course, cameras weren't the least concern. It would only take one concerned citizen or one suspicious delivery driver to ruin the entire operation. The Hagans wanted to leave as early in the evening as possible, to give them the most time before anything was found. Simultaneously, the darker it was, the better. If they did this as soon as the site closed, the sun would still be out, and things could easily be seen. Ultimately, however, they were at the mercy of the shipper's schedule. As soon as the large ship that brought in materials had emptied its cargo, this would be go time. Daylight, dusk, or dark. It would happen then. All the pieces were in place. The concerns were real, but so was the anger and the motivation to get off the rings of Western Hydra. David entered his cube and washed his hands. He'd gone for a short walk around his cluster and now prepared for supper. Joe and Jen were home, as were Melinda and little Brian. They would eat stew tonight, as they did most nights. A few vegetables and some fish were enough to sustain them. Nevertheless, Jen was polite and grateful. "The stew is good, Melinda," Jen said. "You'll have to teach me your secret." Melinda was cordial, despite her pain. Her face was beginning to look sunken, and she was losing some of her hair. Everyone else pretended not to notice. It was the only way they knew how to handle it. And besides, the stew was delicious. "This is our last week here," David said. "Friday's the big day. That way, the mines will be empty on land. The workers and the GAD will all go home." "We're not going to close the mines," Joe said, finishing his bowl. "Of course not," David said. "You've seen the map." "But knowing the place won't be crawling with enforcers will help. They'd be a lot closer to us than any kind of response from here, if it were." "True," Joe said. "You really have all the angles covered, don't you?" "He'd like to think so," Melinda said. She placed her half-finished bowl on the sink, picked Brian up, and looked at her husband. "This may be the best move for you, David, but what makes you so sure this is the best move for us? What if this doesn't work out like you have planned in your head, and we all get killed out there? Or even if it does? What makes you think that living out in the woods, on land, will be a better life than what we have here. I know this place is dirty and difficult, but we can survive here and not be convicts. David placed his finished bowl in the sink and placed a hand over Melinda's. "My love," he said, "I understand these concerns. I do. I have also seen for myself what land looks like, what it has to offer. It's beautiful on land, and there's so much there to work with. The truth is that I'm so sure this will work that I'm willing to put it all on the line to reap the ultimate reward, freedom, and the chance to live a fulfilling life the way we want to live it." "That's a lot to gamble with," Jen said. "Other people's lives. You really believe in this plan that much?" Joe wanted to jump in, but he let his brother answer. "I certainly do, Jen," David said. "And I don't take lightly the severity of the gamble that I'm making. I've thought of this scheme constantly, tried to anticipate anything that could go wrong, fill all the holes in the plan. At this point, Jen, it's foolproof. Not to sound cocky, you should consider yourself fortunate to be on the roster." You have no idea the level of beauty and opportunity that lies ahead for you. Countless poor souls on this cursed ring would kill to be in your position. Jen was taken back, not upset, rather surprised by David's ability to turn her apprehension into excitement. She did want to see and live somewhere beautiful, clean, and free. It sounded like a dream. She smiled instead of talking further. "I'll have made a list," David said to the women. "Items that I want you to try and purchase when you're waiting for us outside of the job site. It'll give you something to do to pass the time, and if you can find the items, they will be beyond useful when we get to our destination." "You want us to walk around?" Melinda asked. "Won't it be safer to find some place to stay hidden in one spot?" "The area around the breezy curve isn't like here. It's nice. People walk around there. It's a normal thing to do. In fact, staying hidden in one spot will look much more suspicious to anyone who might see you than shopping all day. And again, it's not like here. There are lots of places close by to buy things." "Shouldn't we save our credits?" Melinda asked. "We won't need credits where we're going, Mel. That's just a small part of the wonder of our new lives. You just wait." Chapter 19 of the Rings of Hydra's Great Escape. Got a couple things to say to you right now. Number one, thank you for your time, your ears, imagination, for sharing them with me. I do very much appreciate it. And if you're liking the story and you want to pick up at the beginning, you could always do that in this channel. Or you could go to kpsbooks.net and jump ahead, bounce around, whatever you want to do. Lots of other work there too. As always, be good. See you on the page.